Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to our My Player Career Mode. How are we all doing? Hopefully you are all doing very well and having an awesome day as well. Thank you all for showing me your incredible support as usual and taking your time to watch one of my videos. If you missed the previous episode, we had a disappointing end to it. We saw some key players leave the club in the transfer window. And not only that, but we dropped points. In fact, not only dropped points, but lost to Aston Villa in a 3-2 defeat in the Premier League. The good news is, though, our Champions League group stage kicks off today as we take on Leipzig for the first game of the day, and we'll see where we get to. You can see we've got Watford, Southampton, and Red Bull Salzburg all in this month as well, so we'll just see how many matches we get through today. Without further ado, I'm ready to jump into this episode. I hope that you enjoy it. If you do, 500 likes would be absolutely incredible. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. So let's start by showing you the Champions League group. I did show you in the previous episode, but just to refresh our memory, we've got Leipzig, we've got Mallorca, and we've got Salzburg. It's a group that we should be winning. Alongside that, in the Premier League, this is how it looks as things stand. 4 games in, 2 wins, 1 draw, that being a 2-2 draw against Arsenal. And then, of course, the 3-2 defeat to Aston Villa as well, our only defeat. Caesars, 5 points behind the league leaders Chelsea after 4 games, who have won all of their opening 4 fixtures, including a victory over Manchester United. Time for our first game of the day then at the Etihad as we face Leipzig, and the 2 lineups are on your screen right here. They are the best side in our group in terms of challenge for us. I mean, no disrespect to Mallorca or to Salzburg when I say this, but it should be City and Leipzig who advance from this group. So this is our toughest game. We've got them at home first, and you'll see Sanchez still starting at left back after Simon left for Real Madrid in the transfer deadline day as part of that big money move, and we didn't replace him with a left back. So Sanchez gets the start, and we'll have to see how he gets on in the Champions League. Here we go. And this competition right here is the reason we joined Manchester City. The winners of the Champions League last season, we're hoping to win it with them this year. As we can play an early ball here to Geertruida. He finds myself back inside. Now through to Haaland. What a touch! And it's a brilliant start! It's a lightning start from Manchester City at the Etihad. And it's you-know-who who scored the opening goal. He holds off the challenge. The strength shown was incredible. And Leipzig will argue that maybe it should have been a free kick. The player down in the box, I'm not sure who it was. And Haaland has started the game off wonderfully for City. There's the strike. In fact, you know what? Leipzig don't even really ask the question of the referee, apart from the player on the floor who looks rather frustrated the fact that he's on the floor. Haaland doesn't care, neither does City. Silvestri is that player that was involved as he goes to ground, but nothing given from the referee, and City lead. Sanchez, he is the one tonight I'm sure that many will be looking at and wondering if that's where Leipzig will find a bit of success down that right-hand side of Leipzig's attack. Left-hand side of Manchester City, of course. He's such an inexperienced player, but he starts in the Champions League for City as we get another shot away! And it's 2-0 City! Forget about Sanchez, because the experience of myself and Haaland are carrying City to the victory. 2 shots, 2 goals. I mentioned Sanchez. He made his debut for City last episode in that 3-2 defeat, I think, against Villa. Maybe he made a debut in the earlier game, but still, this is only his 2nd or 3rd City appearance. It's such a massive night for him, and it's going swimmingly for him and City, as after 37 minutes, it's 2-0. Wirtz, Bruno Guimaraes. Now Badrami, Clerk, Wirtz, chance, Ederson saves. Wirtz did not catch the shot as he would have been hoping to. It was a poor effort in the end, but it's a good response by Leipzig. Badrami, now Basuma, as he is intercepted and won back by Ruben Dias, but no, Basuma does wonderfully to keep Leipzig on the ball. Now Muller, Sanchez intercepts the pass, good work from him. Valverde will find Camavinga, who plays Haaland, and that is half-time. City in control at the break. Leipzig had a decent end to that first half, but up until that point, we'd seen very little from them. And we do now see a change from Pep as Tomiyasu is on for Sanchez. Wonder if that's just the experience of Tomiyasu to see out this 2-0 victory. Sanchez, to be fair to him, he hasn't had a lot to do tonight, but he hasn't really done anything wrong either. So fair play to the young man who has not honestly played much football, let alone Champions League football. Here is Geertruida. City going in search of goal number 3. Geertruida's done brilliantly, finds me in the box. Can we get the shot away? We do, but it's a big save. A massive save. I thought for sure that was 3-0 City. It should have been 3-0 City. We still get the corner to look for the third goal. It's not the best of deliveries towards Phil Foden. I'm going to try and find a deeper corner this time around and see if I can pick out Haaland as we go towards, in the end, Ruben Dias, whose header is goal bound, and again it's saved. Leipzig living dangerously as we are very nearly 3-0 up. Pau Torres with the ball into the box, looking for me, and I don't know who got the final touch. It is another corner. It was a great little ball in by Pau Torres. Give him credit where it's due. That was a fantastic attempted pick out. That corner goes into a really dangerous area. It's non-stop action right now, and it's City with all the chances as we'll get the chance and we'll finish. 3-0 game, set, match. Big statement in the Champions League group stages. Leipzig, I mentioned, our hardest opponents, and we are tearing them apart here at the Etihad. They've had very little in the way of chances. The only chance that they had came at the end of that first half, and other than that, it's been City, total control. Pep's loving it. Here is Nkunku. City tried to break forwards to go in search of goal number 4. That's a nice ball through by Nkunku to Clerc, and he will finish. 3-1, no clean sheet. In the end, for Ederson, it's a wonderful finish. 2 additional minutes by the referee as we turn inside. There was a change for City as well. Haaland just gone off and Rodrigo is on to replace him. Here is Rodrigo as he's in the area, finding myself on for a hat-trick. Can I get it? No, keeper saves. I thought that might have been the match ball that we would be able to take home. It is the corner, but this will be the last action of the game now then, and City will send out a statement victory as we put the cross in, looking for anyone in a light blue shirt to find the header goal bound, but that is full time, and even with Clerc's 89th minute goal, City are happy with their performance. 3-1 victory to kickstart the group stages of the Champions League. Liverpool took on Juventus, 2 of our former sides going head-to-head. Liverpool winning that by 1-0. They're not in our group, of course, but they are in a group together. And I'm very intrigued to see who ends up coming out as group winners of that particular group. We now move, though, into an away game at Vicarage Road against Watford. And really, we need to be winning this one comfortably. We've also got Watford in the Carabao Cup as well following this, I believe. But I probably won't play that. Most likely it'll be a sim. And yeah, as I say, victory needed. Take us on to 10 points. Don't want to lose more ground to Chelsea. Sanchez starts again at left back. Rodri into midfield. Tchouameni drops out. Camavinga and Valverde partner Rodri in the midfield 3. But other than that, Foden, myself and Haaland, as you'd expect for the front 3. Oh, actually, Tomiyasu in for Geertruida as well. As you can see on the Watford side, Nonto starts up front for them. 5 at the back. They're probably going to play quite defensive and just look for the counter-attack opportunities when they come their way. Valverde towards Rodri. As you can see, City looking for a lightning start again like we saw in the Champions League. Foden back. Haaland trying to place it. It's not often you see this man miss the target, but he has done here, and it's a massive let-off for Watford. Tried to go with his right foot and place it into that far corner, but his shot goes wide. Pau Torres, Foden finding Haaland. Haaland finding Valverde. Haaland looking for Camavinga. Given away, and every time City do this, there's a chance on the counter for Watford, but they don't take it. Haaland finds myself as we'll look to try and break down this resilient Watford defence. This 5 at the back is proving tough, but that's absolutely magical until the finish. I even stumbled my words. Are City going to have one of those off days? Haaland you saw missed the target earlier, now I've done the same. And the Watford game plan is seemingly working out. Sit back, soak up pressure and hope for a chance. It's just that final bit that has not fallen their way thus far. That chance has not come for them, but they're soaking up the pressure really well and proving really tough for City to make it count when it comes to finding an opportunity themselves. As the half-time whistle is sounded, it is Watford 0, Manchester City 0 at Vicarage Road. Rodri, Camavinga, Haaland, Valverde, central position. What a ball! Haaland surely! And there's the breakthrough! That was exceptional from Valverde! What a ball! And you know what? He misses once, he's not missing twice. Haaland breaks the deadlock here at Vicarage Road. What a pass. And as you see, the match objective screen there. I don't know why it's on screen. I apologise for that. There's nothing I can do, unfortunately. Just one of the game's bugs. But the pass is sensational and the finish is found. And Watford now can't just sit back if they're hoping for something from this game. What's incredibly interesting now, though, is that Watford have no other option than to try and play forwards. And that is leaving this sort of space, which we look to exploit. Haaland's run created that. They tracked his run all the way, but left this massive gap for us to try and find our way into. Here is Haaland, finding Foden. Foden's 1v1. Foden skips around the challenge. Phil Foden into the area. Foden smashes home. City find their second. And it is the points wrapped up here. And it was a lovely finish from Foden. At first, he looked like he was going to cross the ball, which is why I told him to shoot. Because, yeah, sometimes the AI decide to pass when really they have to take the shot on. I mean, he does brilliantly there to get round that challenge. And then here, just shoot. And as you see, he's got the quality to finish. And Watford's day, that was looking promising after the first half. They were doing exactly what they intended, and stopping City has not panned out as they would have been hoping. Camavinga has got me over on the right-hand side. There's the ball back in towards Haaland. It's lovely until he chose to pass. Tried to set up the chance. Well, what just happened there? What just happened there? City have just got their third. And watch how this happens. Initially, we had a chance. Haaland looked to lay the ball off, and he shouldn't have done. He should have shot. But then Watford deal with it. Goalkeeper rushes the clearance straight to a City player. And then the ball's in their net. And following the defeat against Aston Villa in the previous episode, City returned to winning ways in the Premier League with a 3-0 victory here at Vicarage Road. Villa also did go on to beat Liverpool. So, as I say, maybe that result against Aston Villa last episode was not as bad as I first thought, because they might be quite the side to look out for this season. Carabao Cup tie as we face Watford. I won't be playing this. We will sim it. We're at home. We should get through, but who knows? We'll quick sim. It looks like there's a couple of changes for both sides actually in this one. So, yeah, we shall see if we do make it through. I'm not too fussed about the Carabao Cup, but it would be a cup to fight for, and we are through following a penalty shootout. I scored a pen. Who got the goal in normal time? It was Haaland, of course. But, yeah, narrowly through, but we're through, and that's what matters. Southampton have not picked up a point yet from their opening 5 games. So what are the odds that they beat us here at the Etihad? We're about to find out. There's the 2 lineups. And we're going into this. If we do lose, it'll be Southampton's first points of the season, and it just should not happen. So don't let it, City, please. Finnegan, Aribo, looking for the ball out wide. That's brilliant by Geertruida to intercept. And now he is away down the right. Geertruida charging into space. Brilliant run from him. Haaland looking for the ball back into the middle. And in the end, it will be cleared, but City will have it straight back, and the chance to maybe go for goal as we turn back on the right side. Right foot! And it is in the back of the net. City 1, Southampton 0. It took us a grand total of 13 minutes, but we found the target. Can we even call our right foot weak anymore? Because it seems like, lovely little chop by the way, it seems like the right foot is paying dividends when we get into these positions now. I'm not as always confident on my weak foot, but maybe I should be nowadays. Of course we are, 94 rated, so Finnegan, now Sarmiento, as he'll turn back inside to look for a pass, which he nearly finds Haaland. And Southampton here somehow have actually still created something. And it's still a chance. And you know what? Off the top of the crossbar, it could have been a goal. It was such a strange way. It nearly worked out for Southampton, but it nearly does. And now City on the counter. Valverde looking for Camavinga. Back to Haaland, to Valverde. And now it's given away because we overplay it. Lavia for the Saints. Now Aribo. Finnegan. I saw that run being made. I saw the gap open up, which is why I was trying to stop that pass from going in there. Geertruida, wonderful interception. Space opened up because the Saints are too focused on the pass that never came. I didn't play the ball as Haaland waits in the middle. Can we pick him out though? There is Haaland. Lyanco blocks. Not sure how much he knew about it. The ball is still there to be won. It's sent back in. Haaland cannot finish because the Saints have defended it in the end. It looked a certainty that that was going to be City 2-0 up. But it's not as we head into half-time. Here is Payne for Southampton. Looking to deliver a cross. He's gone towards Arezzo. Arezzo, Mohamed! Big save, Ederson! 15 minutes from time and Southampton were very nearly on level terms. And it's a substitution that Pep's been doing a fair amount today, actually. Bringing on one of Tomiyasu or Geertruida to replace Sanchez just to see out the results. This time around, Tomiyasu is the substitution because Geertruida started the game. He's actually had a fantastic display as well, Geertruida at right back. His interceptions have been world class and getting us up the field of play. He's been joining the attack brilliantly. But Southampton finishing this game off strongly are looking for a point. And City are not certain of the points just yet. Time ticking away. Southampton running out of time to get something from the game. City looking to see out the victory. Valverde's got Tomiyasu over on the left. Tomiyasu now then finds Camavinga. Foden, Camavinga! Finished off, City win. Eduardo Camavinga with the finish as he runs over to celebrate with Pep Guardiola. We see the celebrations. It's heartbreak for Southampton because 10 minutes ago they forced a wonderful save out of Ederson and that gave them some belief that they could maybe get a point. But City just too strong in the end. Not only will it be the clean sheet for Ederson, it's also the 3 points as well. Any moment now, that's the end of the game. City 2, Southampton 0. And it's a wonderful episode so far. 3 wins from 3 in the matches we play. And of course, the Simmed Cup victory over Watford makes it 4 wins out of 4. And we will finish today's episode, my friends, with Salzburg in the Champions League away. They did beat Mallorca in the opening game for them. And there are the 2 teams. We'll see if we are on 6 points after the 2 matches have been played. Let's get into this one. Haaland, Camavinga. Camavinga's looking to get me in, and he has found me in as well. Right foot, surely. It's as easy as that. We knew that Salzburg would have a huge task of stopping us, but it was almost as if there was like a front 5 for Manchester City. Tomiyasu was playing right back, but you'll see, look at the width he's holding. That enables me to go into a central position. Camavinga with the slightest of touches to set me through, and then the finish on that right foot is clinical. 1-0 City, and we're heading to 6 points out of 6 in the group. And if Mallorca beat Leipzig elsewhere, imagine what that is to do to them and their confidence of getting out of the group as well. Tomiyasu, I've skipped round the challenge. Can the ball be found? It is found indeed. And we are in a position where we can look for the cross. We go towards the middle. Foden gets his head to it. Over the bar, City nearly 2-0 in front. Salzburg come forward looking for a chance. This might leave them exposed at the back. The ball now does go through towards Foden. He looked for the pass. It was cut out. And in the end, Sarr has it. But it was a strange decision made by Manchester City, who don't correctly play in order to create the chance. Adamu, we've backed off, and I'll tell you what, it is a strike well worthy of a Champions League highlight reel. That is sensational. What a goal. Junior Adamu, take a bow. City back off, and he says, all right then, I'll try my luck. He doesn't need luck because it's exceptional. Wow. Sanko with 17 minutes to play. The strike from Adamu has seemed to just make City lose a little bit of composure as Rodri is off, Tchouaméni comes on, and you almost wondered where Salzburg would get a goal from tonight because they hadn't really looked like threatening Ederson in the City goal. You sensed it might have to have been something sensational to find a goal for Salzburg, and well, sensational it was from Adamu. As I've just realised, now I'm supposed to play left centre-back, and that's why Sangare's gone through. Forget about me talking about Mallorca, and if they beat Leipzig, what that does to the group, because right now Salzburg are 2-1 in front, and are heading to 3 points. I apologise, because I gave away the ball at the centre of the park, but then I realised, as I was talking and wasn't focused, for some bizarre reason, we've been told to switch to left centre-back, and it was the massive gap that I left by not being there. But truth be told, I know it's bad for me for not being in that position. Why am I told to play left centre-back? And Well, I'm still told to play there, it looks like. Oh, no, look, I'm now back to right wing. So for a matter of 2 minutes, for some bizarre reason, yeah, go centre-back, mate. Why? Why would I play centre-back? It makes no sense. It's not the first time we've seen it either. We saw it at Juve, seen it a couple of times now here at City. And for this very moment, Manchester City are not getting anything from this one unless we can change it right here. Camavinga, I can't get the shot away, so we're having to try and find the chance. Haaland will hold off the challenge. Find Foden. Back to Haaland. Haaland plays me. Right foot. There's the goal. There it is. Don't celebrate. Pick up the ball. Try and get another. And with the 2 additional minutes, what will we see as a finish to this game? Medina. Forwards to Adamu. Pau Torres intercepts, but that will probably be that from the game. It is indeed. And Salzburg have picked up a point, which, given the way the game was gone up until the 57th minute, looked extremely unlikely. They were not even in the game. But then, a sensational moment from Adamu, who scores a Champions League stunner. And then all of a sudden, City, they lose it. And it could have been Salzburg 2, City 1, but we rescue a point late on. And again, I apologise for losing the ball in the centre of the park for the Salzburg second and the fact that I was not playing left centre-back. But it's not something we're supposed to do. You know, it's not a tactical change. It's not something that the boss tells me to do to see out a game. It literally is a bug that when we change, for some reason, it puts me to left centre-back because then I only stay there for like 2 or 3 minutes and then I'm straight back to play right wing. So I don't know why it happens, but we have to move past that now. It's not the end of the world. It does just mean that we're not on 6 points now in the Champions League group. Instead, we're on 4. Speaking of 4, we are 4th in the league. Chelsea continuing their impressive start. 6 wins from 6. We are 5 behind them as Everton and Manchester United, the only 2 sides as well ahead of us. Everton still undefeated as well, so just 2 sides remain undefeated in the league at the moment. Down the bottom end, Liverpool, disastrous start from them. Down in 16th. They will improve though, you'd imagine. As for the Champions League group, let's see what happened with Mallorca and Leipzig. Well, Leipzig did pick up the 3 points, which means we're on 4, Salzburg on 4, Leipzig on 3. But that, my friends, is where we'll end today's video. A huge thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, leave a like. 500 likes would be awesome. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below and activate the notification bell as well to make sure you do not miss an upload. Until next time, stay safe, have a great day, have a great evening, look after each other, and I'll see you all for another My Player Career Mode episode very, very soon. Until then, adios!